Hello and welcome to the How to Sell to Physicians virtual training. Here you'll get insider secrets to help you gain the competitive edge in the medical market. I'm Dr. Vicki Rackner, your host. Think of me as the Rick Steves of the world of medicine, helping you navigate like a native. In the first session, we talked about the 10 laws of physician engagement, and the main point is that building business relationships with physicians is like charging your laptop over in Europe. Doctors are wired differently than business-minded people, so if you want to achieve success, you need to use an adapter to your current marketing and sales strategies. In the second session, we talked about marketing campaigns that worked. We talked about the fact that engaging physicians successfully is much like the process of giving the perfect birthday present. Today, we're going to talk about the 6 steps to building a physician-friendly practice. Let's say you're starting today with absolutely no physician clients. How do you most strategically build a physician-friendly practice so there are physicians all around you in your social circles, in your professional circles? But the big question is, how do you engage them? How do you build a business relationship with them? The 3 burning questions that advisors ask me every day: how do I get in front of doctors? Second, how do I build rapid rapport? And third, how do I inspire prospects to take action? What you'd like to do is get the attention of physicians and then move as effectively as you can to what I call the commitment conversation, where you pop the question to the doctor: are we a good fit? Shall we do business together? Getting to the commitment conversation is like walking a labyrinth. A prospect is somebody who's interested in taking the next step with you. What are the barriers to physicians moving forward in your marketing labyrinth? Well, they might not know you. Hopefully, you're not the best kept secret among your best fit physician clients. Maybe they don't trust you. There were plenty of physicians on Bernie Madoff's client list. Maybe they don't know their own limits. They think that they're smart physicians and they should be able to manage their own money, and they don't know what they don't know, or they think they know what they know, but they're wrong. Next, they may lack urgency. There are so many compelling concerns that are happening today that it's hard to think about retirement. And fifth, maybe they just don't connect with you. They don't understand your value. In order to build that adapter that will help you make a business connection with physicians, just keep the 10 laws of physician engagement in mind. Generally, when advisors are having challenges moving forward in the medical market, it's because they violated one of these laws. So the most important law is that for physicians, money is the ultimate taboo topic. Logic suggests that if you looked at this kind of data that says that about half of physicians are behind where they'd like to be in retirement preparedness, and offered a seminar about how physicians can plan for retirement, that would be a successful way to reach them. Unfortunately, that just doesn't work. Building business relationships with physicians is unlike building business relationships with business-minded consumers. It's not B2B, it's not B2C. I call it B2D, doing business with doctors. I'd like to share with you the B2D blueprint, how you can build the infrastructure of a physician-friendly practice. Today we'll be talking about 6 strategic steps and tactics that you can use. Step number 1 is plant your flag. Announce your dedication to serving physician clients. Let people know, I serve the doctors who serve our community. Over half of physicians believe that they have unique or more complex financial needs than any other professionals. So physicians want to work with financial advisors who understand their unique needs. You can plant your flag by making a declaration in your email signature file, or your social media profiles, or even your telephone messages. Step number 2, after you plant your flag, is build your lists. I've had the honor of writing a number of books, so I learned about how to promote books. And the experts say that one of the first things that you should do once you take on a book project is start building your platform. In other words, before you even finish the book, you should be building relationships with potential readers and people who would buy it. Well, what you want to do is start building lists of physicians or people who have lists of physicians right from the start. Why? It's because physicians need repeated exposure to a message before they take action. So you want to have a mechanical way of collecting names and regularly sending value to these people. Next, choose your slice of the Dr. Pie. I went out to dinner to celebrate medical school graduation with my best friend Doreen, and we had quite a festive evening. So when the waiter came to take our dessert order, my friend Doreen said that we wanted one of everything on the dessert menu. He brought out a selection that filled our entire table. Most of that went to waste. When you try to be all things to all doctors, that's like ordering every dessert on the menu. It leads to waste. You want to choose your slice of the pie strategically to accelerate your practice growth. Next, you want to gather intelligence. We talked about the fact that physicians have predictable habits and patterns. You want to learn enough so that you can be at the right place at the right time with the right message. You want to be able to do a mind meld and really see the world through the eyes of your prospects. I remember visiting a botanical garden with a dear friend of mine. We walked side by side through the garden, and on the way home we were talking about what our favorite things were. It was as if we had visited two completely different gardens. The next step is grooming for engagement. This is like the fairy godmother waving her magic wand over Cinderella and making Cinderella ready to stand out at the ball for the right reasons rather than the wrong reasons. If you were starting a brick and mortar business, this would be all of the legwork that went on before the grand opening. Even if you have a very successful practice right now, I'll remind you that beginning with physicians is like opening a new practice. The reason is that for physicians, money is the ultimate taboo topic. That means that you want to take a second look at your positioning, how you describe how you improve your client's condition, your client's experience with you, and your relationship with your clients. In order to successfully engage physicians, you might want to have a positioning makeover. When you think of makeovers, you might think of efforts to glam somebody up or clean it up or trim it down. When people see you differently, they treat you differently, and when people treat you differently, you get different results. Can you see and describe and conduct your practice in a new way that's going to optimize your medical magnetism, your ability to attract physician prospects? Starbucks reinvented the experience of drinking coffee. Zappos reinvented the experience of buying shoes. And Apple reinvented the experience of gaining access to the digital world. Can you reinvent the experience of building wealth? The California prune industry was concerned about lagging sales, and they thought it was probably because of their image in the marketplace. They decided to rebrand themselves as somebody who sold dried plums, and their sales soared. Same product, different description. What if you described wealth in a different way? What if you talked about wealth as the freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it? Can you reinvent the ways in which you help clients build wealth? If a third grader asked you, how do you build wealth? You would say, well, you earn money, then you make that money grow, and you minimize losses. You might see yourself as somebody who helps your clients make investments grow better and faster. But what about those other two parts of the equation? Right now, physicians are interested in making more because the changes of the Affordable Care Act mean their incomes are going down. Maybe you help physicians minimize losses. They say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. In other words, small choices can have big results. Can you help your physician prospects and clients decrease their losses from small little expenditures that add up over time? Can you reinvent the relationship that you have with your clients? Historically, a financial advisor had a transactional relationship with clients. Right now, physicians are in need of financial leadership. Can you be that leader? How do you figure out your positioning? Sir William Osler, the father of modern medicine, said, "If you listen carefully, the patient will tell you the diagnosis. If you listen to your physician, prospects, and clients carefully, they will tell you what they want and need." Henry Ford, a contemporary of Dr. Osler, said, "If I'd asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses." Well, you certainly don't want to create faster horses, and the way to avoid that trap is to ask people why. Why is it that you want what you're telling me that you want? You are in charge of your positioning. That's completely under your control. The perception of your brand is something that the market will tell you. That's out of your control. Brand strength has value. When we talked about marketing campaigns, we said that you can either be like a bee flitting from flower to flower, or you can be like the flower that attracts bees to you. The stronger your brand, the better you're going to be able to make the transition from a bee to the flower. Next, you want to stock the shelves just as you would if you were forming a brick and mortar business. Ideally, you should be delivering value to the market at least once a month, and you should always have something to give away or something to invite people to. Step number 6 is execute brilliantly. You want to keep an eye on the return on investment. I love playing Chinese checkers, and it's so much fun to set up the board so that you can do multiple jumps, that it's easy to lose track of where you're going. So always have your direction in mind. Know that what you're trying to do with your marketing campaigns is not generate activity, you're generating results. So measure the results. Measure how much you're investing. Solicit feedback. And be willing to make course corrections to keep you going in the right direction. So there you go, the 6 steps to building a physician-friendly practice. It's not that hard or that complex. You want to plant your flag in the medical market. Announce your commitment to serving the physicians who serve the community. You want to build your lists. You want to choose your slice of the doctor pie, not try to be all things to all doctors, but strategically choose a specific group of like-minded doctors. Then you want to gather intelligence so that you're in a position to deliver the right message to the right person at the right time. You want to groom for engagement so that you optimize your medical magnetism and your ability to achieve success, not with business-minded clients, but with medically minded clients. And then execute regularly and brilliantly. Each of these steps is doable. Putting the whole system together, though, tends to be complex. And now that you know this, you have the competitive edge in the medical market. There is no question that this is the right place and the right time for the right advisors to mine the treasures in the medical market. I've gotten some great questions, and I'd like to offer you a 4th bonus session. Thank you so much for your time and your dedication to serving physician clients. Look forward to seeing you in the bonus session of how to serve physician clients. Please feel welcome to include your comments or thoughts below.